Hey everyone! Today I'm going to be making a video showing, or comparing rather, some sepia toned fountain pen inks. And I just have samples of all of them. These are the inks I'm going to be doing swatches and writing samples with. So we're going to be doing Monarca Blanca, Inkebara Earth, Ferris will press Oyster Hour, Classique Sepia, and Wearingeul Potato of Spring. And I thought all of these were fairly similar in color, or maybe not fairly similar, but they were all sepia toned. So I wanted to do a comparison video in case anyone's interested in seeing a few sepia toned inks compared. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to be using a Pilot Iro Utsushi dip pen. And let me get my little go, my little micron pen so I can make squares. So I'm going to be using Tomoe River paper. This is the original Tomoe River paper. Okay, so let's do a square. This is going to be similar, a similar setup of my new ink swatch journal, which that is super small. Let's go a little bigger. Trying to practice before I actually dive into my new ink journal. That still looks kind of small on camera. Oh well. Okay, first up is we'll do Classique Sepia. This looks like the darkest of all the sepia inks. I'm trying to get ink on this nib. Okay. And this is from the brand also L'artisan Pastelliers. Next, we are going to do Inkebara Earth. And there's not much else to write. Let's just do what I wrote it with, so you can see more writing. I like the haloing that's happening with that ink. All right, now we're going to do Wearingeul Potato of Spring. After I draw a square. All right, so Potato of Spring. This one looks a little different from these. It's a little more yellow-gray. And now we're going to do Monarca Arena Blanca. Really, really like this one. But it's a little light. I did have this one in a pen. I don't remember what pen I had it in when I got the sample. I think I had it in my Pelican M605 at first. And I really liked it, but it was kind of light to write with. And typically I'm a fan of pretty saturated inks. I mean, I really, really like it. It looks a little darker on the camera than it does in real life. I wouldn't say it's that dark in person. It's a really beautiful color. I think the name is very fitting. But this one has fallen a bit to the wayside. For this one, this is Ferris Press Oyster Hour, which I got a sample of from Van Ness Pens. And I really, really, really like this ink a lot. It's a little darker than the Monarca ink. Sometimes the ink doesn't stick to the nib as well as I would like it to. So I have to dip it a few times. So that one's a little darker. It's a little more readable. It's a very, very beautiful color. I think in my last video, I had it inked in my Pelikan M605 and I described it as looking very vintage. It just looks like an old, nostalgic color. I really, really enjoy it. It's best in wet pens because it still can be a little lighter compared to most, but I really, really have been enjoying it. All right, so those are the sepia inks that I wanted to swatch and compare. I think they're all really pretty. Oyster Hour is definitely my favorite of the 5. And then my next favorite is the Blanca, which these two, the Wearingeul and the Monarca, they look very, very similar. Especially the writing. They look almost identical, actually, with the writing. And then the top two here are going to be a little more brown tone than the others. The others have a little more yellow to them, I think, compared to the top two. But they're all really pretty. They all look very vintagey, but definitely I'd say that Oyster Hour is my favorite. I think that is just an absolutely gorgeous ink. I probably will end up buying a bottle of it. All right, so that's all for today. If you guys have any questions, just let me know and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.